Hi guys, today is March 16th, 2020. A better morning than yesterday. Futures pointing to an up open, and they were fluctuating the whole morning, the whole night, from over 5% open to 2% to down, and now it's opening higher a little bit, indicating the open higher a little bit. So yesterday the market has seen the biggest point drop in the history of the stock market. And the market fell about 3,000 points after President Trump came out and gave his guidelines to citizens. The investors expected the concrete measures, and they didn't get that, and the market fell a lot. So an average stock was falling like 20% to me, and that was pretty bad out there. So this morning it's a little bit better. It's bounced back a little bit, but we'll see what happens. Let's jump to S&P 500. S&P 500, I'm looking again at this 2018 level of $234. Let's see if we can hold this level, and if we can hold this level, maybe we can bounce back higher. But if we don't hold this level, we may go lower. So right now we're pre-market. It's trading at 244 SPY. Okay, let's jump to other corporate news. Regeneron, symbol REGN. They reported that they will start clinical trials early summer on a drug designed to treat and provide vaccine to prevent coronavirus infection. So this stock is jumping a lot this morning, and in general, Regeneron has been working on a collaboration with, I believe, with Sanofi, and that's. I'm not sure if it's a buy. They're jumping like 10% this morning. Let's see if it can come down a little bit, but in general, like 440 area is a buy. Okay, other drug makers, Pfizer. Pfizer is also reporting that they signed the agreement to co-develop a BioNTech vaccine, which is a German company, symbol BNTX. Okay, to co-develop this coronavirus drug or vaccine. Okay, so both of these companies are jumping this morning, and I would say it's a bit too late for BNTX if you try to buy this, but I would be a buyer of Pfizer, PFE. Okay, Moderna, of course, I have to mention Moderna because yesterday they said that they have injected the first patient, a healthy patient, was their vaccine, and they will be testing like 30 to 40 individuals. So they started clinical trials, and the stock is jumping a lot. So we'll see what happens with their trials. Hopefully they're successful, and hopefully we'll have a vaccine very soon. MRNA. Okay, Inovio Pharmaceuticals, symbol INO. They're also accelerated recently their trials to April, and they will start their trials to April. I think under $7, it is still a pretty good buy. INO. Other drug makers that are working on a vaccine is Gilead Pharmaceuticals. They have their drug called Remdesivir. They're being tested. I'm a little worried about this one because we haven't heard anything about this, but I would still stay in at these prices, like $70. But I would love to hear some rumor or something about their drug working. GILD. Okay, again, Sanofi, SNY. I like their stock. That's not a bad stock to be in right now in this environment. GlaxoSmithKline, GSK. That's also a pretty good stock to be in. Merck. Okay, and J&J. J&J is also working on a vaccine. They came down a lot, and that's not a bad buy in my opinion. Okay, other corporate news is MCD, McDonald's. They said that they will close their dine-in areas, shifting to only delivery and pickup, symbol MCD. But that was expected, and a lot of companies are doing that, like Starbucks, and SHAK. All this company is, in my opinion, is a hold, because we don't know how long this is going to be, this virus outbreak. So I think it's a hold. I don't want to buy those companies. Same thing with JVN, said they're closing. Nordstrom, JWN, they said they're closing their stores for 2 weeks. Similar moves were done by Macy's. By the way, Macy's were like completely demolished, like trading around $6 was their dividend yield right now is like 22%. It's ridiculous, but we still can't buy those stocks because we don't know how long this outbreak will last, and some of these companies will probably go bankrupt, in my opinion. Who knows? So because people are stacking on essential items, they're not going out shopping, and they don't care about clothes. They care about their lives. So these companies are no buy, in my opinion. Still no buy. Goose, Canada Goose, same thing, same measures, closing their retail stores. Michaels actually reported pretty good earnings, but it doesn't matter. Symbol MIK. Reported pretty nice numbers. Arts and craft store beat by penny, but it doesn't matter because nobody cares about these numbers. Everybody cares about this disease outbreak. Also HDS Supply also holdings also reported pretty good numbers, beat by 10 cents. Very strong numbers in general, but doesn't matter. And because everybody is concerned about this outbreak and how long it will last. So CMCSA, it's a Comcast. That's a pretty good company to be in right now because they provide cable services, but they have a Universal Studio division that they closed in California, Universal Parks, and they said they will provide customers to rent out movies that are still in the theaters while they're staying at home. In general, it's not a bad place to be in. CMCSA, Comcast, in this outbreak. Also Verizon, it's a provider of telecommunication services, as you know, and that's a pretty good place to be in with Verizon, paying pretty good dividend also. And as you know, as we stay at home, Verizon and Comcast are two cable providers and internet providers that people will be using a lot. So those two companies are a good buy. PG, Procter Gamble, was upgraded this morning to a buy. It's a consumer products company, and PG is a pretty good place to be in this outbreak. Also CPB, like I told you yesterday, Campbell Soup. Campbell Soup is pretty good buy in my opinion, even though it was downgraded by Goldman a couple of days ago. But I think people are stacking on those items right now, and this is a good place to be. CPB. Okay, the same thing was General Mills, GIS. That's a good buy in my opinion, and as you can see, the stock didn't fall a lot, just like the rest of the market. Also Kroger is higher, but I was concerned this morning because I saw the report that 2 of their Kroger employees were tested positive for coronavirus, so I'm not sure. I mean, they said that they disinfected their stores, but who knows? I think we're in Washington and Colorado. But still, Kroger, in my opinion, is a good buy. It's a Buffett stock. So also Amazon reported that they're hiring more people, actually. They're hiring 100,000 more people to meet demand, and that's really good news. And I told you that Amazon was on a drop, was a really good buy because it's a stay-at-home stock, and they actually, believe it or not, can benefit from this outbreak. So they're trading higher this morning, but still not a bad buy in my opinion to park your money in this environment. Also another one I like is Costco, symbol COST. was also upgraded this morning by Morgan Stanley, to overweight, and also not a bad place to be. So also airlines yesterday got a relief package. Federal government is helping airlines with 25 billion providing to passenger airlines and 4 billion to commercial airlines, and also tax breaks and loans that carry bear no interest or very low interest. So that's good news for airlines, but if airlines go higher, I would trim them. Because for example, like American Airlines, they went up a lot yesterday compared to the whole market, and they were like up 11% yesterday. A lot of that was short covering on the heels of the news, but still. So if this goes in the 16-17 area, I would definitely trim some American airlines, and same thing with other airlines, because they're still not at the place where they need to be. Okay, we need to hear good news about coronavirus outbreak and how things are reopening before we start buying airlines, even though we can miss some of that. The Zoom video also was upgraded this morning to actually initiated coverage by Needham with a $140 price target, but I'm not sure if I want to buy Zoom video at this stage. I would rather be in Comcast and Verizon than Zoom video, to tell the truth. Symbol ZM. Okay, so I was actually surprised yesterday is that Las Vegas Sands was upgraded to buy yesterday. Oh my God! By the analyst, I think by Jeffries, they said Las Vegas Sands is buy when they're closing stores. Nobody knows what's going to happen with this virus outbreak. They're upgrading the stock. It's ridiculous. There is no place to be. Like hotels, travel, leisure, even banks. That's not the place to be during this outbreak. Okay, so and I'm watching the report from FedEx after hours this afternoon, FDX. I'm pretty sure it's going to be not that good, but we'll see what happens. Maybe something to trade on. Okay, guys, that's it for today. That's the wrap. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and I'll see you tomorrow.